What is up, Ripper Nation? First off, happy holidays. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. I'm sure if you're like me, you are very excited to end this year and move on to bigger and better things and put a lot of stuff behind. But this great year did give us this, what am I doing? What is this? This Gem Rippers. It gave us Gem Rippers. It gave us the sports hobby. And you know, I know for me, it's been kind of like a place of refuge, and a lot of people have said the same. So super stoked as well to see what's to come in 2021. A lot more videos, hopefully, like this, and just really just moving on up. So with that being said, I've been wanting to put this video together on eBay. Like, people ask me questions daily, multiple people. What's the comp on this? How do I do this? Yada, yada, yada. And what better way than for me to put a video together to just help everyone and you know, answer as many questions as I can, and the stuff that I've learned along the way in the past, 5 months or so since I've been doing this and since I started Gem Rippers. So with that being said, let's get to it. First question is that everyone asks, especially beginners who truly don't know how to get the answer, is what are the comps of XYZ? Okay, and the comps are the comparables. What are the price range of other cards that have sold for, you know, that specific card? And key thing is sold for. Never, ever, ever, ever go by what the sale listings are, because I could throw this Jordan rookie, beautiful card, right? I could throw it up there for $10,000 raw, but no one's gonna buy it for that. It's all about what the cards are going for sold. So what I'll do is I'm actually gonna type in this Jordan rookie. So it's a 1986 Flair. It pops right up, Michael Jordan. All right, so now you're gonna have a list of many different options. And what you want to do, first things first, if you're on your computer, is hit advanced in the top right corner. Now when you go down on advanced, it says search including, and it's the third topic that you want to check box, sold listings. Now it'll refresh, and now you're going to see what has sold for that particular card, the Jordan. So for instance, the last one sold was a reprint for $7.99. This is not a reprint. So a PSA 6 sold for $4,500 today. Best offer accepted. And so you can scroll down and see all the recent sales, and to make sure you can sort it as recent first. You can do it the lowest price, the highest price, or the closest distance to you, or whatever. You also can see if it's just auctions, if you want to see what the auction sales were. And sometimes too, what you'll see is you'll get packs of like 86 Flair packs, how much they sold for. For instance, $460 for a pack just to try to get that Jordan. Or you can do the buy it now options, which is what I prefer, and I'll get into that a little bit more later. So that way you can see what the buy it now options were. However, one key tip, if you see a buy it now and best offer accepted and there's a line through it, in order to get what that actual price is, you're going to want to go to 130point.com, which we'll put right here. So 130point.com, you go to drill down, eBay, sales, and then just type in the card, and it'll tell you actually how much that offer was. eBay doesn't supply that for you. 130point does, so that's something that you definitely want to use. And you can just use 130point for all comps and skip the whole eBay thing. but everyone goes off of eBay comps. But you can just, again, you can get them all on 130 point. However, it's very important to get used to eBay and how it works for many reasons. So that's the first thing on how you find what the comparables are. So again, type in the name of the card. I personally like to type in the year first, then the brand. So 1986 Flair, and then the person's name, Michael Jordan. Now, if you have a card that is a parallel, like this Joe Burrow, that's an orange reactive, I would type that after the name. So what orange reactive would be so 2020 year, Mosaic, Joe Burrow, and then orange reactive. And this happens to be a PSA 10. So if I want to find the comparables for Joe Burrow, orange reactive PSA 10, there you go. I already have the advanced drill down for sales only. Sold only. So now you can see the recent sales because I have it for ended recently. Now, if I want to go for the highest prices, let's see that. Again, I can just go to the drill down and it shows me the highest sales that we've had for that particular card. It is very easy and it's something that you want to get used to doing so you're not always asking someone else. That way you can expedite everything and make things a lot easier for you. So there you have it. When you want to get comps, instead of just repeatedly asking people, now you just hop on eBay, type in the year, type in the model, kind of like your car, year, make, and model. And then if there's any added to it, whether it's a silver prism, an orange reactive, or if you want a PSA 10, whatever the case, that you put in there. And make sure, again, you always do sold listings. And that way, when you're trying to buy something, you have some ammo behind when he says, oh, I want 700, you can show him, well, guess what? The recent sales show me that the last 5 average is 600. That's what you're going to need so people don't get over on you, especially on Facebook. So yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. So here's a very important tip for when you want to sell one of your cards. Say you're starting to build up a nice collection and you need more money. So how do we do that? We sell cards to reinvest and so forth and build up that way, like we talked about in the prior video on how I built a pretty fantastic collection. You can check that video in our list of videos. And so when you want to start selling, there's something very important that I think people make a mistake, a really big mistake on all the time. It's whether you're selling via an auction or buy it now. I see tons and tons of auctions, more than you see buy it nows. There's no doubt about it. And personally, I think it's the absolute wrong way to sell. Obviously, there's some situations where auction is the best way to go about it. However, for the average card, the buy it now option is where you're going to make the most money. Because why? Very simple. If you're selling a car that's only like $50, it's not really sought after, there's not going to be many bidders. You're not going to have that many views. You're not going to have that many people out there looking to get that car. They're just going to look for a buy it now option. So you're selling a buy it now, you're going to make more money 99% of the time, in my opinion, versus an auction. Now here's a great example is I have a 2018 Select DeAndre Ayton PSA 10. So what I did was I already have the card in and I have the recent sales. How do we do that again? Remember, we go to advanced, go to sold listings. So the auction I have, the last one was 2 days ago, Christmas Eve, sold for $60.47. When I saw that, I was like, how is that possible? It's a PSA 10. The raw of this card is $40 almost. So on only a $20 difference, it made no sense to me. So I scrolled down to look at more sales, and boom, the day before, there's a buy it now for $125. That person who did the auction could have doubled their profit if they did a buy it now instead of doing an auction. Now, again, there are going to be some cards, the real high-end cards that no matter what, people are going to buy and do everything they can to get. Like a Michael Jordan rookie, or like any of these 3 cards here: Joe Burrow, Orange Reactive rookie, a Patty Mahomes Prism Silver rookie, or a LeBron Pink Camo Gem 10. Those are cards that they're highly sought after. People are going to want to get them. But you have cards that are a little lower under the radar. They're going to try to get them for as cheap as possible. They're going to try to, milk you for every penny. And how do they do that? By going after auctions. This right here, this Pat Mahomes is a perfect example. One person, for whatever reason, decided to do an auction on that card. I got that card for $213. $213. The lowest sale prior to that was $275. The lowest sale prior to the $275, $325, $350, $375, $400. Everything was in the $325 to $400 range. And I got it for $213 because one person decided to sell at an auction. They lost easily $100 by doing that. And I, thankfully, was the benefit of this person's naivete in selling at auction. So when you want to start making money, you need to sell at Buy It Now. And we'll get into deeper on my Patreon account how to really generate maximum money by working the system and selling Buy It Now at the highest levels. So far, we talked about how to find comps, comparables. We've also talked about how to buy and where to look on eBay. And now I want to talk with you lastly about how to put items for sale, put your cards out for sale. All right. So first thing is a nice little tip. Type in the card that you want to sell just in the regular search, and then pick one of the cards that's the same listing, a listing that you like, and then scroll down on that card, and you can hit an option that says sell like this or sell similar, and click that, and then it already has all the stuff filled out for you in the general information. It has the heading already filled out. It has then all the details of the card. Now you can go in and add to it. You want to have as much information as possible in the general information box, which means you want to have obviously the player's name, the player's team, if it's graded or not. If it's not graded, still do not graded, because what it does is it has an algorithm that goes to focus on to the people that fall into that category, that are looking for that. So it's the best way to really maximize the amount of views on your card, because the more views, obviously, the more likely that you're going to sell the card. So again, fill out as much as that as you can, and make sure too you can go all the way down to the card number, autographed or not, as well, type of brand, so forth. But if you hit sell similar item, it is already pre-filled for you. Now the heading, one key tip is you want to have emojis in your heading. Emojis grab the attention of the eye. It's like when you send an email in sales, you want to have emojis because person's eyes are going to go to that first. So same thing when it comes to eBay listings, have emojis in it. I usually do the fire emoji or a gem and a 10. Be smart, be different. And you're going to immediately get people looking at yours versus the same old. So, you can definitely, put whatever you want in the header and completely erase theirs and put your own, or just add to it. You do get a max. I like to try to have, at least if it's a rookie card, RC for a rookie card, and try to get the team's name. So for like Justin Herbert, you don't want to type out Los Angeles Chargers, just type out Chargers, like something like that. Or, with Tua, it's Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins, type in Dolphins. Just because you want to maximize the amount of, letters, spaces that you can. So that's the first thing when you want to list a card, is fill all that out. Now you want to have at least 2 pictures, front and back. So many people have just front pictures. You need the back pictures. You need to know, because would you buy a card that you don't know what the back looks like? So I don't know how many times I've had to ask people, I'm interested in a card, the front looks beautiful, but they don't have a picture of the back. What are they hiding? So make sure you have pictures of the back. Now, if you want to get to another level, typically you do this on higher end cards, is have pictures of all four corners. Make sure they're very clear. You want to have a very light background so you can see as much as possible. It's very clear for the person. Remember, think of what you're looking for when you're looking to buy a card, right? When you're searching for a certain card, what's going to stand out for you? That's what you want your listing to look like. Now, the big part, the most important part is the pricing. You have your auction, you have your buy it now. I think by now you know that I am anti-auction. You're going to lose money. That's just the gist of it. You want to have buy it now where it's crazy enough that people are going to want to watch. So if you have a card that's maybe $200 and you have it for $550, people are going to be like, what's going on? You're going to gain more watchers that way. It sounds like the opposite way it would work, but it's what gets people going. People are going to be like, why is that card $550? And they're going to watch. They're going to try to see like what's going on with this card, and that's how you build up watchers. So then if someone buys it at that price, bravo, you made your money and then some. So great job. Now, after 2 to 3 days, then you're going to, hopefully have 4+ watchers, and you lower the price. Now, all those watchers are going to get an immediate notification that the card they're watching is now for sale, basically. So you're going to have people seeing that instantly. That's why you want to gain as many watchers as possible. So here now you have a new price. That $550 is now $349. Okay, something that's workable. Give it 2 more days, or maybe you'll get an offer. But if you don't after 2 days, my secret is you send the offer for whatever was the, not the lowest that you take, but something a little above that. So then when you do the dance, you can try to get what you want. So if I have it $349, and the lowest I'm going to take, I knew all along, is $250, I'm going to send out $299 to all my watchers. And then you'll get people immediately coming back to you. People who are interested, really interested, are going to respond either with accepting it, or they're going to come back with something lower, and then you get to do the dance and meet somewhere in between, and you're going to get the money that you wanted to get in the first place. That's the ultimate goal. Similar to when you're buying, you have to have a cap on what you're willing to spend to get that particular card. Same thing when you're selling. There has to be a low point that you're not going to go under that amount, no matter what. You have to hold firm on that. No matter what they're trying to say to you, no matter what they're throwing comps at you, this and that. Stay firm, stay true to what you want, and the end result will get there. Might not happen right away, but if you're firm enough, and as long as you're not being absolutely ridiculous, obviously, if you're not trying to stay at that $599. And last little piece of advice is, instead of selling for $300, do $299. Instead of selling for $350, do $349. It's a mental thing. It's a sales tactic. People are more apt to buy something that's $99 than $100. Use that to your advantage. Use everything that I'm trying to put out here to your advantage. And if you have any tips for me, please leave it in the comments. I love to engage with you guys. I'm always learning. If you know me by now, you know I'm all about watching videos and listening to podcasts to find out as much information as possible so that I can bring it back to you in videos like this. So to wrap it up, when you want to sell a card, first things first, make sure you have as much detail as possible in the drop down. Second, make sure there's emojis in your subject, in the header. Third, at least 2 pictures, front and back, clear as possible. And then fourth would be, buy it now, no auctions. No, unless you want to lose money. No auctions. Buy it now. Stand firm at your lowest bottom dollar. Do not go below that. And good results will follow. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. If you haven't already, like this. And more beautiful content, more engaging. Let's just do it. Let's get it for 221. Cannot wait because so much bigger and better things are going to happen. I can't wait to see you guys telling me in the notes, I used that trick and I sold this card for XYZ. That's what I want to hear. Appreciate you guys. Gem Rippers, I'm out.